It's Sam. So today I'm going to be doing a get ready with me. I've gotten a bunch of new products lately and I figured I just wanted to just go ahead and try them, so I figured I would film it as I was trying them out. There's quite a lot of products here that you haven't seen me use before, so I'm actually really excited for this video because I love how my makeup turned out today. And I was a little nervous because I was trying new powders and a new foundation, and everything looks so beautiful on my skin. Like, I'm actually really impressed. So, and I'm also not having the greatest skin day because, you know, Aunt Flo. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoy this and find it helpful. I just wanted to create just a nice fall festive look. I mean, this is my favorite time of year for as far as makeup goes because you can create a little bit more dark, kind of vampy, smoky looks, and you can get away with it because it's fall. So I have two lip combinations for you guys. So I can either do this one, which is kind of how I end the video, which is really dark and vampy, and like this is like super fall dark vampy. And then I also have kind of a more like calmer, like nuder lip for the people who are like, girl, that is too much for me. So I have a little bit of both for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this look. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to thumbs up if you enjoy or want more fall makeup tutorials. Subscribe if you're new, and let's go ahead and get on to the video. Mwah. Bye. Okay, so I've already I've ran out of my regular moisturizer, so I've put my Essence on, but I'm gonna try a new moisturizer out today. This is the Origins Original Skin Matte Moisturizer with Willowherb. And it's pink, if you guys can see that. Isn't that the cutest? I'm really excited to try this out because it is a matte moisturizer, which you guys know I have oily skin. So we're just gonna give, oh, it's kind of like a gel inside. Interesting. Oh gosh, it smells so good. It smells like oranges. It's so yummy. You can definitely feel that it has that kind of like silicone-y feel to it, which I don't know if I care for, but that's probably why it's got that matte finish. I feel like it is gonna make my skin really smooth. I will say, it feels very nice, and the smell of it is delish. Now, I have tried this alone and it was not enough coverage. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Foundation, and it has a sunscreen of SPF 15. The color I have is medium 5. I tried it and it just wasn't quite enough coverage for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and mix it in with my Estee Lauder Double Wear. So I'm just gonna kind of do probably like half and half. Okay, so I will say my skin is feeling like everything is filled in as far as the pores go. Like, it feels really silky smooth. So I'm interested to see how the foundation goes on over because my skin feels like silk, like so nice. Okay, and this does have a pump top, so I'm just gonna, whoops, pump 2 pumps into my Estee Lauder. The nice thing about mixing this as well is that it does have that SPF 15. So it definitely shears down the Double Wear, but I think it's still a good enough coverage for what I want. The color seems to be great mixed in. Oh my god, my forehead feels so smooth from that moisturizer. Holy moly. Do you guys hear that? That's because I didn't rinse it good enough. I hate when that happens. When you don't rinse out your sponge enough, so there's like a bunch of soap in there and it like makes that whacking noise. Oh yeah, so that looks really good. Like, those two foundations mixed together are beautiful. It's just like a really skin-like finish, but it has a good coverage. So next, I'm just gonna take my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I have been using this ever since I ran out of my Super Stay Better Skin, and I gotta say, I do like it. I feel like it is a really good concealer if you do like if you have dark circles, like if you really do need a lot of coverage under there, then I feel like you would actually really like it, because I have been liking it, and it does stay really well all day. It does a really great job of like brightening and covering everything I need to cover. Okay, so for powder today, I'm trying something new, and I gotta be honest, I'm a little nervous. This was in my Beauty Essentials box that was created by a makeup artist. This is the Mustaev, I don't know how you say it, Silky Cotton Loose Powder. It's got transparent, minute particles. It looks like it's Korean. I have no idea if it's good, guys, but we're just gonna give it a go and hope for the best. And if my makeup goes to crap, well then we know. It does come with a little poof. Now, you guys know that I prefer a brush, so I'm just gonna use the brush that I usually use, and it is like a kind of just like a transparent color. So the one that I normally use is like a white color. So I really hope that this is good. I'm scared. I always get so nervous to try new powders. I don't know why. I'm just like always paranoid that they're gonna be like not filling in my pores and wrinkles and just looking like super cakey or powdery. I feel like powders are such a tricky little situation that you just never know if they're gonna be good or not. I mean, I figured it's gotta be good if a makeup artist threw it in his box. You know what I mean? It feels a little bit more pigmented than like my regular one. Wow, it does a really nice job of brightening. That's for cheesy. It does seem to be doing a good job of filling in my pores and everything though. I'm a little pale, to be honest. You can't really tell until you get up close and then you're like, ah! Ah! You know? Oops, I almost put myself in the eye. Holy moly, that is smooth. It's super smooth. Oh my god. Is it amazing? It could be. My under eyes look so good. I don't even think I need like my regular white powder. That's exciting. Now, I have the diffusing, or what is this called? The Hourglass Ambient Lighting Edit Volume 3. And inside of here, we have two diffused, what is it? Number 1 is the finishing powder diffused light, and number 3 is the finishing powder dim light. So I'm gonna go ahead and try and like sneak my brush into dim light. The only problem is that these are so darn small. I'm just gonna kind of go over everything with that baby. Okay, so my battery died right as I was doing that, but that just went on really nicely. Like everything looks really smooth still. So now I'm gonna go ahead and take the little bronzer color. This is number 4 Bronzer Luminous Bronze Light. And I'm just gonna go ahead and bronze with that. This was on the little like Sephora holiday shopping or whatever, so I figured this would be a perfect palette to use because you basically have your powders, your bronzers, your blush, and your highlight all into one. So it might be a really great like Christmas gift option or maybe on your Christmas wish list. So I figured I would just go ahead and use it for you guys so you can see exactly what you can create with it. And these are very subtle. I've already been playing with the blushes and the highlighters, and they are like a really, really subtle highlight. It's not like anything insane. So if you want something just like very subtle and natural, then I think you'd like really like it. This bronzer is going on really beautifully. It's super pretty. So nice. The sweater, it like won't stay off of. It always wants to fall off on that shoulder. I really like that. That was really beautiful. So next we're gonna go ahead and mix these two blushes together. So one of them is called Surreal Halo and one of them is called Pure Effect. So one is slightly more plum and then one is slightly more kind of pinky peach. So I'm just gonna go ahead and mix them together, seeing as this is like a fall look. I'm just gonna go back and forth. These both have a really pretty glow on them as well, so they kind of add like a nice sheen to the cheek. Okay, so for the highlight, I'm gonna go ahead and use, what is this one called? Hypnotic Strobe Light, which is this top middle one right here. That's the top of the palette. I'm gonna go ahead and use this, I got a new brush from MAC. This is the 140S, and see how it's kind of like a fan brush, slightly thicker though. I'm just gonna go ahead and take that little tip and see what this does for a highlight. Oh yeah, that's pretty. This one, I feel like you do need to use a fan brush if you do want it to be a little bit more like intense, because I've used my regular brush with it and it's just a little too subtle for me. So once I amp it up with like a fan brush, then it's really beautiful. This brush is really soft. Put a little bit up here. Yeah, that's like so pretty. See how, it's just like a really pretty glow. It's not like super space cadet or anything like that. It's just like, whatever that is. Stroke Brow from Ardell in Taupe Feathering Pen. I absolutely love this thing. It's just so awesome. You can create little strokes. It's so amazing. I love this baby. My eyebrows are a little untamed right now though, I gotta be honest. They're kind of crazy. And my microblading has faded so much that it's definitely time for a touch-up for sure. My natural brow hairs are doing this weird thing where they're getting like kind of wiry, like what is happening to me? I swear, you get older and it just all goes to crap. It's just gone all like weird and like wiry and thick, but then it falls out in other places as well. Like it's just so strange. They're so sparse now, but then the pieces that are still there are like super wiry. Okay, so now that the brows are done, we're gonna go ahead and move on to eyes. So this is the Natasha Denona Lila palette. I have been loving this thing. It is so beautiful. There's so many amazing colors in there for fall, and there's a really great mix between mattes and some super awesome like metallics. So the first color I'm gonna take is this one right here over in the corner, and this is just a nice kind of like frosty, it's kind of like a frosty kind of palish pinkish, like it has a cool tone to it. It's definitely not white, but it's enough to where you can just kind of highlight your brow bone really nicely with it. My inner corner as well. That one's called Juno, like Alaska. Okay, so the next color I'm gonna take is called Nude Mauve, and it's this color right here. It's kind of just like a, well, like they say, it's a nude mauve. It's definitely not the lightest transition shade in the world, but there isn't really any other transitional shades. I mean, there's one, but it's a lot cooler. There's no warm transitional shades in this palette. I would say this is, even though there are a couple of warm colors, it's definitely a more kind of like purpley, kind of mauve toned palette, but it is a fabulous fall palette because it has so many beautiful shades in there for if you do like more purpley tone. There's a lot of like fun kind of cranberry and pinks in there, which is kind of cool. It's a really great palette. I've been playing with it a lot, and I think there's some really awesome colors that you can create a lot of different looks with. I'm just gonna create like the one that I've been kind of liking the most. Okay, so the next color I'm taking is this one right here, and this one is called, what is it called? Nude Vino. So it's this top one. And I'm just gonna go back into the crease, and I'm basically just building up this outer portion of my eye. So next, I'm gonna go in with this color right here, which is like a very deep kind of like cranberry shade. This is called Amara, I think. And again, I'm just deepening up, and I'm kind of bringing this like more onto the lid versus just keeping it in the crease, so that it's kind of like halfway down onto the actual lid. So I'm just kind of like winging that out so that it's like nice and dark and smoky in the outer corner. And these do give you a little bit of fallout, guys, so just keep that in mind. Make sure that you have powdered before you play with these if you do your foundation first. Also, make sure that if you are going to use a cream highlight, use the cream highlight after you put this shadow on, because you will get fallout. For most people, it's definitely not something that you can just easily be like, sure, I'll get this, no problem. Like, it's a good chunk of change. So definitely like make sure that you really like the colors if you're gonna get it. But from what I've played with it so far, all of the colors are really pigmented and really, really beautiful. So I don't think that you'll be disappointed if you do get it. So now we've got this like nice kind of like cat eye going out, and I'm gonna take just a tiny weeny bit of this brown color. It's like, it's almost like a dark brown gray right here. I am gonna take just a little bit of that and put it kind of just like in the very, very darkest part of the crease. But do you see how you do get a little bit of fallout? And as long as you've powdered, it brushes off just fine, so don't be worried, but just make sure that you do powder first. This is from Sigma. This is the Sigma Cream Color E58. And I'm gonna go ahead and take a little bit of MAC Fix Plus, and I'm just gonna kind of spray my brush just to dampen it a little bit. And then I'm gonna go in with this color right here at the bottom, and it's kind of cool because it's like a shifter. It's kind of like one of those, it's like a brown kind of reddish, but then it has like a greenish type kind of shift. It is called Dragon Bite. It's really cool. And I'm just gonna go ahead and take that on my brush. Again, you're gonna get fallout, so just Brush that off. Now we're gonna do the bottom, so I'm gonna take that same brush that I used before and I am just gonna spray it again, just because it just makes them stick a little bit better. So I'm gonna go ahead and take whatever is left on my brush. And it's nice because you can see that really cool green shift under there as well when you like move your head. It's so pretty. Okay, for liner, you guys have seen me use this so many times. This is the Marc Jacobs Fine Wine. I just love this. I can't stop using it. It's like the perfect wine, cranberry, just like, oh, so beautiful. Okay, I am gonna go ahead and curl my lashes and then take my Artemis, is that how you say it? Artemis lashes. These are the premium eyelashes. This is what they look like. They are super duper pretty. Okay, so while I was putting my lashes on, my battery died. I have 2 dead batteries, so I had to wait for a minute. So I went ahead and put my liner on, and I used the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner in Trooper. This is actually a really great one. It's really like precise. So for my bottom lashes, I'm gonna go ahead and take the Catrice Cosmetics Lash Dresser Comb. I've really been liking this for my bottom lashes because it's so tiny and precise that it gets your bottom lashes like really, really like nicely combed apart. Okay, so now that the lashes and everything is on, I'm gonna go ahead and add just a little bit more of this kind of like cranberry color just to the crease, just to kind of deepen it up a little bit. Okay, now for lips, I have 2 options. So the first one is gonna be a nude option. So I'm just gonna take Boldly Bare from MAC. And then I'm gonna take this new color from Nars. This is the Audacious lipstick in Dayle. I'm gonna mix a little bit of Viveke, I think that's how you say it, in with that. Okay, so that's your kind of like nude lip option. It's still a little darker than like just a regular nude. It's kind of like a fall nude. I just spit. A fall nude. So that is your first lip option, so that you can have kind of like the eyes are like, whoa, that's all you're focusing on, and then the lip is just there. There's that. Those 2 mixed together is really pretty. The one by itself is a little too purple for me, so I like that little bit of peach mixed in so that it kind of still has a little bit of warmth in there. Next option is gonna be MAC Night Moth with the Makeup Forever Artist Matte or Artist Liquid Matte in 505. Okay guys, so there is the second lip look. So obviously this is a lot darker, a lot vampier. This would be great for like closer to Halloween, or if you just want to look nice and dark and vampy for fall. Highlight is like, it's like a really subtle glow. This bronzer is also really beautiful. I'm actually really loving like all of the powders that I put on today because, you know, a lot of them, well, all of them were new, and I was concerned that they weren't gonna look as good, but my skin looks really like airbrushed and flawless, and everything blended in really nicely. So I'm actually really happy with the whole look. I think it turned out really great, and these lashes are beautiful. If you have been, you know, wondering about this palette, like I said, it is very expensive. It's definitely an investment. You know, there are some really great colors in there. It's just whether you are ready to spend that or not. But every single color that I have used, I have absolutely loved. So I haven't been disappointed with it at all. As far as the pigment colors, choices, size of the colors, like I think they're really beautiful, and I think it is a really beautiful palette, and you can create a lot of really pretty fall looks with it. So there's kind of my 2 cents on that. But yes, I hope you guys enjoyed this look, and I will link everything down below like I always do, so that if you want to shop it, it'll easily click on over to the product and you can get it there. So thank you guys again. I hope you guys all have an amazing day. It'll be Wednesday by the time I put this up. And that's about it, guys. Thank you again so much, and don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you did enjoy this look, and I'll see you on Friday. Mwah. Mwah, mwah. Bye.